Hi everyone! Today we'll talk about a common mistake in English, using very too much.
Oh yes, I always say very good or very nice.
Many learners do that. Using smarter words instead of very makes your English sound natural.
Great. So what should I do instead?
Tip 1 is use precise adjectives.
Like?
Instead of very big, say huge. Instead of very small, say tiny.
Ah, that's simple. Huge and tiny are stronger than very big or very small.
Tip 2 is use adjectives with more impact.
Example?
Instead of very happy, say delighted. Instead of very sad, say devastated.
That makes my English sound more emotional and native-like.
Tip 3 is replace very with natural adverbs.
How does that work?
Instead of very quickly, say rapidly. Instead of very slowly, say gradually.
That's easier than I thought. I can sound smarter immediately.
Tip 4 is use synonyms for everyday words.
Like what?
Instead of very good, you can say excellent, fantastic, or amazing.
That's fun. Now I don't need to say very good all the time.
Tip 5 is practice speaking without very.
Ah, I can make a sentence like,
Instead of it's very interesting, say it's fascinating. Or instead of very difficult, say challenging.
ah, I see. Using these words makes me sound more confident.
Tip 6 is read native content.
Like books or articles?
Yes, notice how writers or speakers don't use very too much. They use precise, stronger words.
So I learn by seeing real examples.
Tip 7 is practice replacing very in sentences.
Can you give me a simple exercise?
Sure. Take a sentence like, it's very hot today. Replace it with, it's scorching today. Or, she is very tired becomes, she is exhausted.
That makes sentences shorter but stronger.
Tip 8 is think about emotions and intensity.
Ah, like stronger feelings?
Exactly. Very angry becomes furious. Very surprised becomes astonished.
Wow, I can express emotions better.
Tip 9 is learn word families.
What do you mean?
For example, if you know happy, you can use delighted, ecstatic, or thrilled. Knowing families of words helps you avoid very.
That's smart. I'll try to remember groups of words.
Tip 10 is practice in conversations daily.
That's the key. Speak naturally without very, and people will notice my English is better.
Exactly. Practice these tips and your English will sound smarter and more natural.
I'm excited to start using these words instead of very every day.
James, let's continue replacing very with stronger natural words.
Yes, I want my English to sound native and confident.
Tip 11 is replace very beautiful.
What can I say instead?
Instead of very beautiful, say gorgeous, stunning, or breathtaking.
That sounds much better than very beautiful.
Tip 12 is replace very interesting.
Like,
You can say fascinating, captivating, or intriguing. For example, this book is fascinating instead of very interesting.
I see. That gives more impact.
Tip 13 is replace very good.
I always say that.
Instead, try excellent, fantastic, or amazing. For example, you did an excellent job sounds stronger than very good job.
Tip 14?
Replace very bad with terrible, horrible, or awful. For example, the movie was awful, not very bad.
That definitely sounds more natural.
Tip 15 is replace very tired.
Like I'm exhausted.
Exactly. Also, worn out or drained works perfectly. For example, after work, I'm exhausted.
Much better than very tired.
Tip 16 is replace very happy. You can say delighted, ecstatic, or thrilled. For example, I'm thrilled to meet you.
That expresses excitement more naturally.
Tip 17 is replace very angry.
I need this one for work.
Instead of very angry, use furious, irate, or outraged. For example, I was furious about the mistake.
Tip 18.
Replace very fast with a rapid, swift, or speedy. For example, the train is very fast becomes the train is rapid.
That's cool. Sounds professional, too.
Tip 19 is replace very slow.
Like gradual or lethargic?
Yes. For example, the process is very slow becomes the process is gradual.
I'm learning a lot of alternatives already.
Tip 20 is replace very strong.
Hmm,
Instead of very strong, say powerful, sturdy, or robust. For example, he has a powerful voice.
that's much better than very strong.
James, today we'll focus on emotions and states, where people often use very too much.
Yes, I always say very happy, very sad, or very tired.
Tip 21 is replace very surprised.
Like what?
Instead of very surprised, use astonished, amazed, or shocked. For example, I was astonished by the news.
That sounds much more natural.
Tip 22 is replace very scared.
Ah, I need this one too.
Instead of very scared, say terrified, frightened, or petrified. For example, she was terrified during the movie.
That definitely sounds stronger than very scared.
Tip 23 is replace very excited.
Like thrilled or ecstatic?
Exactly. Also, overjoyed works well. For example, I'm thrilled about the trip.
That makes my sentences more emotional.
Tip 24 is replace very nervous.
I get nervous a lot for presentations.
Instead of very nervous, say anxious, tense, or uneasy. For example, I felt anxious before the interview.
Tip 25.
Replace very sad with devastated, heartbroken, or upset. For example, he was devastated by the news.
That really changes the tone of the sentence.
Tip 26 is replace very angry.
For daily emotions,
Yes, but also try livid, irate, or furious in conversations. For example, she was livid when she saw the mistake.
using these words makes me sound more expressive.
Tip 27 is replace very tired for feelings.
I feel tired all the time.
Instead of very tired, use exhausted, worn out, or drained. For example, I'm completely exhausted after work.
Tip 28 is replace very cold and very hot for weather.
Yes, very cold becomes freezing or chilly, and very hot becomes scorching or boiling. For example, it's freezing outside today.
That definitely sounds more natural.
Tip 29 is replace very good at something.
Like using excellent or skilled?
Exactly. For example, she is excellent at painting instead of very good at painting.
I see. Replacing very with smarter words makes me sound confident and fluent.
Exactly, James. Keep practicing these words in daily conversations, and soon your English will sound natural, rich, and expressive.
I can't wait to stop using very completely.
Tip 31 is replace very difficult.
Like what?
Instead of very difficult, say challenging, tough, or complex. For example, this project is challenging, but I'll manage.
That sounds professional and natural.
Tip 32 is replace very easy.
Like simple or effortless?
Exactly. For example, the test was effortless instead of very easy.
Tip 33 is replace very good looking.
Instead of very good looking, use handsome, beautiful, gorgeous, or stunning.
It definitely makes compliments more natural.
Tip 34 is replace very bad for situations.
Like terrible or horrible.
Yes. For example, the traffic was horrible today instead of very bad traffic.
Much more expressive and native-like.
Tip 35 is replace very strong personality.
Ah, I need this one.
Instead of very strong personality, say charismatic, dynamic, or confident. For example, she has a charismatic personality.
Tip 36 is replace very weak for skills or abilities.
Yes, instead of very weak, say inadequate, poor, or limited. For example, his skills are limited in this area.
That sounds smarter in professional situations.
Tip 37 is replace very happy for events.
Like thrilled, overjoyed, or delighted.
Exactly. For example, we were delighted to receive the award.
Tip 38 is replace very quiet.
Instead of very quiet, say silent, peaceful, or calm. For example, the library is peaceful this morning.
Much better than very quiet. Tip 39 is replace very noisy.
Like loud, boisterous, or chaotic.
Exactly. For example, the party was boisterous last night.
Tip 40 is replace very important.
Instead of very important, use crucial, essential, or vital. For example, it's crucial to practice English daily.
I can see how these words make my sentences clearer and stronger.
Tip 41 is replace very interesting for topics.
Like fascinating, engaging, or captivating?
Yes, for example, the lecture was captivating instead of very interesting.
This really improves my storytelling. Tip 42 is replace very important for advice or instructions.
Like critical?
Exactly. For example, it's critical to follow the instructions carefully.
Using these alternatives makes me sound like a native speaker in many situations.
Yes, James. Practice daily and soon you'll stop using very completely while sounding more confident and fluent.
I'm excited to keep practicing these smarter words every day.
James, now it's time to review all the tips we learned about replacing very.
Great. I want to remember them all.
Tip 1, use precise adjectives instead of very. For example, huge instead of very big, tiny instead of very small.
Tip 2, stronger emotional words, like delighted instead of very happy, or devastated instead of very sad.
Tip 3, better adverbs. For example, rapidly instead of very quickly, and gradually instead of very slowly.
That really makes sentences shorter and stronger.
Tip 4, use synonyms for common words. Instead of very good, try excellent, fantastic, or amazing.
Tip 5, practice replacing very daily. The more I use it, the more natural it becomes.
Tip 6, read native content to see how writers avoid very. Books, articles, or blogs are perfect.
Tip 7, replace very angry with words like furious, outraged, or livid.
Tip 8, replace very tired with exhausted, worn out, or drained.
Tip 9, replace very surprised with astonished, amazed, or shocked.
Tip 10, replace very difficult or very easy. Use challenging, complex, or effortless instead.
That's already 10 tips in my head.
Yes, and don't forget words for describing people and personalities. Charismatic instead of very strong personality, handsome instead of very good looking, confident instead of very self-assured.
Tip 11, weather words. Freezing instead of very cold, scorching instead of very hot.
Tip 12, replace very important with crucial, vital, or essential.
These words make me sound much smarter in conversations.
Yes, James. Practice Tolly and soon you'll stop using very completely while sounding more confident and fluent.
I'm excited to keep practicing these smarter words every day.
James, now it's time to review all the tips we learned about replacing very.
Great, I want to remember them all.
Tip 1, use precise adjectives instead of very. For example, huge instead of very big, tiny instead of very small.
Tip 2, stronger emotional words, like delighted instead of very happy, or devastated instead of very sad.
Tip 3, better adverbs. For example, rapidly instead of very quickly, and gradually instead of very slowly.
That really makes sentences shorter and stronger.
Tip 4, use synonyms for common words. Instead of very good, try excellent, fantastic, or amazing.
Tip 5, practice replacing very daily. The more I use it, the more natural it becomes.
Tip 6, read native content to see how writers avoid very. Books, articles, or blogs are perfect.
Tip 7, replace very angry with words like furious, outraged, or livid.
Tip 8, replace very tired with exhausted, worn out, or drained.
Tip 9, replace very surprised with astonished, amazed, or shocked.
Tip 10, replace very difficult or very easy. Use challenging, complex, or effortless instead.
That's already 10 tips in my head.
Yes, and don't forget words for describing people and personalities. Charismatic instead of very strong personality, handsome instead of very good looking, confident instead of very self-assured.
Tip 11, weather words. Freezing instead of very cold, scorching instead of very hot.
Tip 12, replace very important with crucial, vital, or essential.
These words make me sound much smarter in conversations.
Yes, James. Practice all these tips every day, and your English will be richer, smarter, and much closer to native speakers.
I'm excited to try this in real conversations and stop saying very all the time.
Perfect, James. And for our listeners, if you enjoyed these tips, don't forget to like, subscribe, and support the channel. This way, you'll get more lessons like this and improve their English even faster.
Yes, everyone start replacing very today and notice the difference in your English immediately.
Thanks for joining us today, and remember, smarter words make your English sound natural, confident, and impressive.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing and speak like a native.